What's going on, guys? I'm going to be going through how I use NeuronWriter to optimize website pages. So for this example, I'm going to optimize a local service page, but you can pretty much use the same steps for blog posts or like a homepage or something like that, right? So let's get right into it. All right, so this is pretty much the initial part. You'll go into NeuronWriter. You're gonna start a new project. And then you'll click new query. Where we're gonna put our keyword. So we're gonna go in here, and for this one, we're going to optimize the emergency services page. So our main keyword is going to be emergency electrician, and then we're gonna put the city just so we really narrow it down. I'm gonna do Glendale, AZ. Search engine United States. If you're optimizing it for another country, just change the search engine language English. Now, right here in the advanced settings, there are a couple things you can do. I'm not going to do any of them, but for an example, if you have like specific blog posts that you see that are maybe not in the top 10 positions, you can add them into here if you want NeuronWriter to also analyze those as well. And you can also add additional keywords right here, but I'm not going to do any of those for this example because I don't really need to. So, all right, so we got our keyword. We're going to go ahead and click start. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's loading. So I am going to use the content that I have from ZimWriter. So this is the content that we grabbed or that it, made for us. So this is the actual content, and I'm literally going to paste the content that ZimWriter gave us, and then I'm going to go ahead and use that, paste it into NeuronWriter, and then show you guys how I would optimize it. Depending on their recommendations, right? So that's essentially what we're going to be doing right here. So yeah, this right here is assuming you already have the content, whether it's ZimWriter or ChatGPT or whatever type of AI writer you guys use. I am going to be using our ZimWriter content. All right, guys, so I finished analyzing it. So now we're just going to click on it. All right, so here is where it's going to show us the top competitors that are currently ranking for this exact keyword. So there are a couple things, actually just one thing. You can see our existing page is already ranking position 15. But what we want to do is we want to remove the like directory websites in the local space. There's a lot of directory websites. If you're doing like a general blog post, there might be like a YouTube ranking or something else that is not really relevant. So we want to remove that. So for this one, we can see there's a Yelp. So we can go ahead and remove that one. So just unclick it because we don't want NeuronWriter to analyze Yelp for us. And then same thing with Angie's List right here. So we just go ahead and click that one as well. And just to replace those, we can just hit like the next ones that are ranking right here, which is this one right here. And we'll just leave those for now. That's good enough. But a couple things to make note of right here. It lets you know the content score, and then also the amount of words that they have on their actual page. So we can see number one guy has a content score of 58, and then they have 1,000 words of content. And then this guy, if you notice the content score that NeuronWriter gives you is not really an accurate description of, oh yeah, if you get this exact content score, you're going to rank. As you can see, the number one guy has a lower content score than number two and number three, that's Angie's List. But even this guy right here, right? He has a higher content score than everybody else, but yet he's not ranking number one, right? So it doesn't really come down to the exact content score, nor the length. As you can see, this guy has 1,300 words. These guys have 800, 400, 1,000, right? So I want you guys to take that into consideration. Don't get stuck on the content score. As long as our content score is kind of on an average with the top competitors, you're going to be just fine. So let's go ahead and click next. And then we'll go ahead and let that load real quick. All right, guys, that probably took less than a minute, but so now this is the main screen. As you can see, we have nothing on this right now. Content score 0. But I just want to quickly go over a few things. So the important things to look at on this side under terms is going to be the terms in the article, right? So these are essentially just keywords that we want to have. So the more important ones are going to be the basic, because these are the ones that are heavily repeated on like the top 10 positions. So these are primarily the ones that are going to have a greater importance when it comes to your on page versus the extended section. These are just like additional keywords that are not really as important as the initial basic ones. So just something to keep in mind. And then if we hover over this section right here, you can see it actually gives us the content score for the top one. As I mentioned previously, it was 58. Top 10, the median of the top 10 is 58. And then 9 out of the top 30, the median score is 55. So as long as we're anywhere between 50 to 60, we should be in a good spot. You're really never going to get like a 90 or 100% optimization content score because, again, it is based off of their own kind of algorithm depending on what factors they consider. So don't really get stuck too much on the actual number as long as we're in the median, as we can see right here. So, okay. So let's go ahead and copy the content from here. So first of all, our title, and I'll come back to this, but our title will be the exact keyword. Actually, let me just copy it here. Copy that. All right, so in the title, we'll go ahead and copy our main keyword. So our main keyword is going to go in the title. And like I said, I'm going to come back to that. Crazy enough, just putting in the title, it already went up to 21, but let me go ahead and copy our content right here. So when you get your content from NeuronWriter, there's a different types of things. So basically what happens is this is kind of what they call the local buffet. So basically they put like different pieces of content and essentially you can pick out the parts that you want to use for your page. So that's why you'll see like juicy tagline, how can we help? Snack on why us, has the FAQs that we added and things like that. Typically, your main pieces of content is going to be within the main course. So you'll see dish 1, dish 2, and so forth. So this is the content that I'm going to be using for the most part. I will be adding a couple other things. So I'll copy that, paste it into here. And there we have it. So that is the exact content that NeuronWriter gave us. So just by adding that in without doing any further optimizations, our score has gone up to 34. So that's good. So since this is kind of a local service page, let me move myself over here. We did add, and you can see on the previous video. So I do like to add like a small description about the city. So I'm going to add that. You can see it as it right here under the played up some local SEO keywords. So if you did add like a city description, it's going to be right here. So we're going to put that, and then I'm just going to put about Glendale AZ, and then we'll paste that content in there. Other than that, the additional items I do also want to copy and paste because I always actually add these are the FAQs. So I'm going to grab those, copy those, and paste them into here. All right. So this is kind of what we're going to be working with for the most part. So let me go back over here. All right. So our current content score is 35. And like I said, these are the main areas we want to focus on. So these are the main keywords that we actually want to be adding into our content to further optimize that, right? Terms and headings. So Another important part of your on page is going to be your headers, header 1, header 2s, etc. And it actually also gives you recommendations on what to actually put in your headers to better optimize them, right? So obviously we can further optimize our headers. So normally what I like to do is I actually like to add, I'm going to optimize these a little bit better. So what I'm going to do here is, let's take a look. So I'm going to take some of these recommendations. First of all, let me make it into a H1. So just highlight it and click H1. So there we go. Now it's an H1 and it should populate over here in green if we have any. There we go. All right. So just by doing that, our content score went up to 46. So let me try to see if we can fit in any of these additional keywords right here. So I'm going to remove this initial part. And then let's see, 24-hour emergency electricians. So we can do 24-hour emergency electricians hyphen. All right, here we go. Probably misspelled that. Efficient emergency electrical services. All right. Electrical services, Glendale electrician. So let me see if I can fit in Glendale electricians. See if that takes care of that word. All right, so it did. Okay, cool. So I think that's a pretty good start here. Let me see if I can take out anything that's unnecessary right here. Take off efficient. All right, so that's going to be good enough for our header 1. And then real quick, we also want to make sure we get rid of this. This is not needed. That's what NeuronWriter typically gives you. So we can go ahead and remove all of those. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and make all the other ones additional header 2s. So we'll just click H2. This is a H2. This is a H2. And then that will be an H2. And I don't know why I did that. Let's see. Normal. I will just leave it like that for now. All right, so we have our additional H2s. You can see the H2 recommendations down here. I'm going to update this one right here. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that to, we offer emergency electrical services for safety and urgency. All right, so I'm going to change that one. That one looks pretty good, and that one looks pretty good. So let's see if we can add any of these. Why are emergency electrical services in Glendale important? So we'll do that. See if we can get that keyword right there. Let's see. Might as well add the AZ as well. AZ important. Why should you choose emergency electrical services? Okay. We offer reliable electrician in Glendale. So you can see it actually gives you a percentage in terms of like how important those keywords are. So if you can get the more important ones, it is going to help out with your on-site score a little bit more. So that's good enough for now. All right, now that we got most of our headers taken care of, let's go back to the terms in the actual article right here. So this is what we want to take a look at. So we want to pay attention to which one of these can we add in here, make it look natural to help, better optimize this. So let me go ahead and fix the format here a little bit. Okay, so here we have, so now let's take a look. What can we add in here? Electrical repair, electrical system. Okay, effective. So I'm going to add effective electrical system solutions, and that should take care of this one right here. Electrical contractor. So that's actually a good one. So with Sun Valley Electrical, you can trust All right, so let's see what other keywords we can put. Let's see if we can fit. Oh yeah, electrical contractor, right? So with Sun Valley Electrical, let's see, your electrical contractors that you can trust will respond promptly. Oh wait, let's see. The electrical contractors. Okay, so that one takes care of that. And then let's see what else can we add. Electrical repair for all your electrical repair needs. That should take care of that. Let's see. So that has us at a 62 already. So that's honestly a pretty good score here. 1,300 words. So let's see. So we can just add maybe one more. 24 hours a day. When it comes to emergency electrical services, trust us to prioritize your safety, provide and respond with urgency. 24 hours a day. That you deserve. Okay, cool. So we could go a little bit more, add a few of these. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just add a few more of these. So these are essentially bullet points. So let's make those bullet points. All right. Trust us to restore power and ensure. We also can provide you with ceiling fan repairs, panel upgrades, circuit breaker upgrades, and much more for your homes and businesses. Cool. So that actually will grab quite a bit of these right here. So that businesses, did I spell that? Okay, there it goes. Wow. So just by adding those additional basic terms here, it actually has us at a 68, which is already matching the highest one from our top competitors. Now, like I mentioned, it's not going to be all about the number. The number here, it's really going to be about the optimizations that we're doing here. But I think we already have a pretty good advantage over the competitors just with our header tag. So real quick, let's go back here. So this is what is going to be the actual title tag and the meta description. You can see it shows us our competitors right here. And same thing, it just lets you know, it gives you these recommendations here on keywords to add. So I already have most of what I like to add here. So I'm just going to put the brand name on the other side, Sun Valley Electrical. So I normally, for the title tag, I always like to make it the exact match keyword. Description. So for this one, I'm actually going to use their AI generated description. So let me click that, and then we'll see if we need to edit anything. Need an emergency, contact Sun Valley for electrical repairs. That's pretty good enough. I think that's good enough. You can put, give us a call today. Just add a nice call to action there. So we'll go ahead and save and close that. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the bulk of what I would do. I always like to add some internal and external links. So let me go ahead and actually do that right now. But before that, I'll just show you quick other features that we can do. So again, this takes us back to the competitor analysis right here. And you can see the first one has a score of 58. This is pretty cool. It actually lets you see the competitors' header structures. So it gives you a pretty quick view of their header ones, header twos, etc. So we can kind of analyze what they're doing. And again, it already gives you these recommendations as in the right here in the terms and headings. It pretty much gives you the competitor header recommendations. A competitor's breakdown, not too important. What's really cool though is if we go over to let me see if I can find it. Oh, so here are related searches. So these are just related searches people do, and it's not giving me any related keywords, but these are essentially other type of keywords we could optimize for. Search features, not too important here. There was, oh yeah, here it is. This is the internal link suggestions. So this is pretty cool because you always want to have internal links on your page. So it actually will give you like related pages on your actual website that you can actually link to. You can see it gave us 2 recommendations to link to these additional service pages. It actually even gives you anchors to consider. So you can, electrical repair. So let's actually go ahead and do that. So let's go back here. Let's see if we can find repair here on the page. Ceiling fan repair. Do I have anywhere that says electrical repair? Okay, so we don't have, so let's see. Residential or commercial emergency electrical repair. So we'll go ahead and use that as an anchor text and we'll paste that into there. I also always like to do a link to the homepage. So let me pull up the actual website here. Copy that. Go back for this one. Let's see. We'll do emergency electrical services. I'll link that to the homepage. And then I also like to do a link to the GMB. And that's a external link, right? So it's not an internal link, it's an external link that we're linking out to a property. So let me just grab the share link and then I'll probably use a variation of the keyword. So let me go here, share. You can do the share link. Another one that I actually like to use is the, I just let it load real quick. The view larger map link. So I'll copy that. Okay, so we can copy that and then go back here. And then let's see. Emergency electrical. Emergency electrician would be a good one at, that should actually be Sun Valley. Yeah, Sun Valley. That's another thing, guys. Remember, sometimes NeuronWriter will change like the brand name. So you want to make sure you double check those. Emergency electricians. So I'm going to use emergency electricians as a external anchor text, and that's going to link to our GMB. Okay. So you can see it even bumped us up after we added those links to a 69. So let's go ahead and save. All right, guys. So a couple other things, outline. So this is kind of what I went over. It gives you the outline of the competitors. If you even want NeuronWriter to provide some type of AI content writing, they can. You can see they have expand text, rephrase text, topical map, article topic ideas, title, descriptions, etc. This could actually come in handy. It can give you YouTube ideas. So you can actually, if you are wanting to like embed a YouTube video on your page, on your article, if you click get YouTube ideas, it'll actually give you relevant YouTube videos that you could possibly use, right? So you can see right here, these are giving us recommended YouTube videos. I'm not going to use any of these, but if you were, this would probably be more relevant for like an article or a blog post. That would probably benefit you. So another quick thing you can do there. But so yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. And then I would literally take this and literally copy it and paste it into our uh, website page, right? So that's pretty much the bulk of what I would do here. So yeah, hope that was helpful. That's pretty in-depth NeuronWriter on-page SEO tutorial. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions.